Hi, welcome back to the Success Portal with me, Dr. Franklin, a life strategist. Today I will be talking to you about the importance of taking care of your health. And when it comes to the issues of health, there are many aspects that are involved in terms of health, and those relate to diet issues, those related to exercise, those related to health-seeking behavior. But today my focus will be mainly on the importance of exercise as a form of preventing diseases and keeping you healthy. You that have been following me know that I've done many videos on the importance of success, pursuing success, and how to achieve success as a life strategist. And I am a doctor by profession. I'm actually an anesthesiologist. So today, as I'm talking about this topic on exercise, physiology, and the benefits of exercise, it really is a topic that's close to my heart. And I'm not just saying this information, just off the top of my head. I have spent years studying anesthesiology, I've studied physiology, and I have done my due diligence to look into the subject. So I'm not just dishing out some information from unreliable sources. I know what I'm talking about, and I also have anecdotal experience of some of the things I am going to share with you about. For this particular talk and this particular video, I used an article called Muscle Organ Crosstalk, and it's an article that appeared in one of the physiology journals, published in 2020, I think. And it was quite an interesting read for me, and I'd like to share with you that article and the nuggets I gained from this article, because it was quite eye-opening for me. And when we think of exercise, people mainly focus on the cardiovascular benefits and the respiratory benefits of exercise, and I think those have been widely published as to how exercise can improve your cardiovascular function and decrease your blood pressure, decrease your risk of coronary artery disease, and also contribute to weight loss. As I said, the article that I've used to compile this talk was quite revelatory, eye-opening for me, in that there were so many aspects about the benefits of exercise that I never thought of, and most of the people who've spoken about the benefits of exercise in my medical training and videos that I've watched actually on YouTube in terms of the benefits of exercise have not gone into this level of depth to explain the importance of exercise. And my hope is that after you listening to my video today, you actually get up and start doing some exercise and realize that though we want to succeed and we want to achieve great things in life, but unless we are healthy, we cannot be able to enjoy the fruits of our labor. Because if you've been working 30 or 40 years, you've amassed a lot of wealth, but then if you end up developing hypertension, diabetes, coronary artery disease, or you have a stroke, you won't be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. So it's very important that you look after your health. As somebody once said, your health is your wealth. So looking after your health is extremely important. If you look after your body will look after you when you are exercise has many effects on the different organs of the body. And as I said before, the popularly quoted effects are those that are cardiovascular and respiratory benefits. So I think I'll just start with those, and most of you will be probably familiar with those. So in terms of the cardiovascular system, we know from literature that exercise, and especially if it is consistent and it's regular exercise, can lead to improved cardiovascular function by reducing the blood pressure, and also can improve coronary perfusion, and can also improve the endothelium of the blood vessels in the body. In terms of respiratory effects, it has been noted in literature that regular and consistent exercise leads to improved gaseous exchange at the level of the lung. It also improves the lung capacity, the lung volumes, and it allows a patient or a person to breathe much better. Another benefit of exercise that most of you might already know is that exercise can lead to weight loss, and we know that being overweight or being obese has got deleterious health effects, and those effects may include cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, chronic inflammation, and some people may also develop joint problems and diseases that are related to in the immune system fighting the body itself. So exercise can actually cause a reduction in fat, and in particular, there's what we call visceral fat, which is found around the organs in the body and is predominantly found in the abdominal region. And that is the bad type of fat that one needs to reduce. And exercise does facilitate the effect of reduction in visceral fat. It's also interesting to note that in obese individuals, they have a low chronic inflammatory kind of state, which means that their body is in this state where there are these type of molecules that cause damage to certain parts of the body. And exercise has been noted to reduce the level of inflammation in the body by increasing anti-inflammatory mediators. Also, it has been noted that exercise improves immune function. In particular, after exercise, what has been noted is that the immune cells actually move into the bloodstream. In particular, neutrophils activity actually increases, and we know that the neutrophils are the cells that are involved in clearing certain bacterial infections. It has also been noted that there are certain cells called natural killer cells that are also mobilized as a result of exercise, and these cells are involved in controlling or destroying cancer cells. Moving on to other interesting aspects of exercise, and in particular, muscle contraction. So it's not just about the exercise itself, but it's the unique effects that contracting muscles has on other organs. And just going into the gym or even being at home, contracting your muscles during exercise has got an effect on your brain. And in particular, there is a molecule which is called brain neurotic factor, which is released when one is exercising. This particular molecule affects the volume of the hippocampus, and we know the hippocampus is important in memory and also in learning. So BDNF, brain neurotic factor, can actually affect learning and improve learning, which is very interesting. And BDNF is produced after a bout of exercise. Still with the brain, an interesting concept as well is that the release of interleukin 6, which is released after a period of exercise, actually also has got effects on the brain related to appetite suppression. So as a result of exercise, one can actually be able to control their appetite for food. And we do know that the more you eat in terms of calories, the more likely you're going to end up obese. So exercise has got that effect, that it can actually cause a certain level of appetite suppression, which is natural without having to take. So what about the muscle to muscle or muscle to musculoskeletal interaction as a result of exercise? So muscle contraction actually causes a greater uptake of glucose from the blood into the muscles. And that's actually good because it helps to control the blood sugar. And we know that certain diseases like diabetes are linked to episodes of increased blood sugar levels. And exercise can actually help one to control the level of the blood sugar in the body and help prevent one from developing metabolic disease like diabetes. Also, another interesting thing is that muscle contraction also leads to increase in muscle size, which then leads to an increase in muscle strength, and it also increases bone density. And this is quite relevant for people who are middle-aged and going on to elderly, because from about the age of about 40s, one begins to lose their bone mass, and exercise will help to strengthen the bones, and that will prevent fractures. When it comes to the gut, muscle contraction during exercise has been noted to lead to release of insulin, and insulin is a substance that is needed to control blood sugar in the body, and so exercise stimulates the release of insulin. It also affects gastric emptying, and gastric emptying relates to how quickly the food moves down the digestive tract. So exercise actually slows that down, and by slowing that down, it allows one to be able to smoothen out their blood glucose levels in the body. So during muscle contraction, what also happens is that there are certain substances that are released from the muscle that then affect how the skin is. For example, there is a molecule called interleukin 15, which has been associated with delaying the onset of aging. And many people buy products, cosmetic products, to slow down this aging process. And I think you might have seen some of these creams called anti-aging creams. And people also go for Botox injections and various interventions and are related to aesthetic medicine in an effort to kind of delay the onset of aging. But exercise itself can help preserve your skin and help reduce or delay the onset of aging. So this is very interesting, and the actual cosmetic industry and the fashion industry, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and yet such small interventions as exercise, paying attention to, and also paying attention to what you eat and what you apply to your skin could go a long way to preserving the health of your skin. So having read such an article, there is no way I cannot exercise on a regular basis, because I realize that the benefits of exercise go beyond just cardiovascular benefits and respiratory benefits. Exercise has multi-systemic effects as a result of muscle contraction. And there are so many ways you can exercise, from weightlifting, as I showed you, the different videos I showed you in the advert of people weightlift, in the caption, in the videos rather, of people weightlifting in the gym. And another thing you could do is just aerobic exercise. But the most important thing is to move and exercise and move and exert your body, because it's only when you exert yourself is that those interleukins and all those myokines are released into the bloodstream to have systemic effects that have got far-reaching health benefits that can even go on for many years that you'll benefit from in terms of that exercise. But the most important is to move, get started. Some of you may be saying, I can't, it's very difficult. But you can start at home. You don't need to have a gym membership. You can start at home with simple programs that are on the internet, on YouTube, on various exercise apps. You can start aerobics at home. You can jog around the block. You can jog around your house. But the most important thing is to get started and start moving your body, stretching, exercising, because those are the things that are going to make a difference in your health. And in order to live strong and long, you need to exercise. Thank you so much for listening to me, and till next time, goodbye.